Welcome back to the show where the volume is always cranked to 11 and the opinions hit harder than a power chord. Today, we are throwing it back to 1999 with the cult classic Detroit Rock City, a wild, rebellious road trip fueled by teenage angst, rock and roll obsession, and the ultimate goal, seeing Kiss live. So grab your face paint, crank up the volume, and get ready as we break down whether Detroit Rock City still rocks or if it's just stuck in the past. Boom.
Very underrated movie.
You think?
Dial it to 11.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Crank it up.
Yeah.
I think so too. Not enough people talk about Detroit Rock City, baby.
No.
I'm gonna be selfish. I'm just gonna give my 2 cents right off the get go. Detroit Rock City. How did I miss this film? Again, I feel like I say this every episode, but year, okay, 1999. We had The Matrix. We had Blair Witch Project. There were so many movies in 1999. When you recommended this movie, did remember the trailer? Not remember anything about. I remember it being like a teenage coming of age movie. Had no idea, couldn't remember anything about it, didn't even know they were going to go see a Kiss concert. But once you recommended it and I watched it, holy crap, man, why does this movie not get more love? And I'm sure we will get into it. The director, he's done several things since then, but the movie he did right before this, The Chase with Charlie Sheen, one of my all-time favorite underrated films where it's just Charlie Sheen and this chick in a car that he kidnaps from a gas station.
Yeah, that movie's
And
awesome.
that's a great. I truly have not seen it in probably 20 years. Same director, but Detroit Rock City, man, great recommendation for the week. Have nothing but great things to say about it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That makes me feel good.
What an incredibly fun, light movie to just enjoy. Like it's so good.
Exactly.
Uh,
It's not so like up and down, up and down. Are they gonna get together? Oh, they broke up. Well, it's just a fun ride that pretty much just keeps going up for me. So
yeah. Where did you see it at first?
the first time I seen it, I was at my stepbrother's dad's house.
Mhm.
And we were just bored. There's no internet. I was probably 11, and we are just going through the movies. And he was like, "Oh, Detroit Rock City, this movie's awesome." And I seen it, and I was like, "No, like I do not want to watch this. What? They're going to see Kiss? Kiss fucking
Who
blows.
cares?
Hell no."
Right.
And they talked me into it. I sat there, and I was like, "Oh my god, this movie's fucking dope." And it's been on my yearly watch list ever since. Like I go back to this movie all the time. It's a comfort movie.
I can
for
see
me.
why.
Yeah.
So I gotta echo that. I saw it probably around the same age you did. If you guys don't know my mom is she was a rocker. Hi, mom. If you're watching this, which I hope
Come
you
on the
are.
pod.
Hi, Gene.
No, yeah, she would play old school rock every single morning when we get ready for school. So we're talking Head East, Leonard Skinner, Kiss, just a bunch of different bands. And I liked Kiss, and she's like, "We're gonna sit down and watch this because we just watch movies together as family." Like you said, no internet, ain't shit going
Yeah.
on. We had movie night, right? So she popped that in, and yeah, like you said, man, I was immediately hooked to this movie. Just that opening scene, just the mom freaking out, man. Like we'll talk about it, but this movie is just nonstop, something going on, funny as hell. Again, I was probably too young to understand half of it. I mean, we're talking
For sure.
drugs, sex, debauchery, all that stuff, and
Yeah.
straight over my head. I saw guys just freaking out trying to get into a Kiss concert, and it was just awesome. So.
Yep.
I'm like you, man. This movie is this is a memory for me, and I every single time I watch it, I go back to it.
What about you, Jesse? You
Oh,
remember the first time you watched this?
Yeah, I think I was staying at John and Jimmy Willimane's, and they rented
oh
it.
shit.
and I was staying the night there. I think we popped it in, and I think I paid attention to like maybe 50% of the movie, but I
Mm.
loved it. And then later in life, I went back and rewatched it, probably with Bob. I probably sat down and watched it with
Yeah,
him,
yeah, that makes sense.
and it's so funny. And it's like Brian had said this in the chat, and I thought the same thing. I wrote it in my notes, but it's like a companion piece to like Dazed and Confused. Like I kind of put them in the same area, except I think Detroit Rock City is easier to watch. I think it's just
It,
so much more
Flows
fun.
really well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
they're both really good movies, but like this is the perfect kind of just chill out, eat popcorn, talk shit, and like laugh, have a good time. Like it's so good.
yeah. Well, and going back to what I said earlier, all the movies that came out that year, American Pie also came out that year. So again, this movie flew completely under my radar. I have always heard the name. I've always, heard of the movie being referenced. I do remember seeing the trailer being aired back in the day, but this was my first watch. And I'm not gonna lie, like when you recommended it after the last episode and I looked it up, nutshell version of the story, a coming of age film about a group of friends who are trying to see a Kiss concert. I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
but I mean, again, I trust your judgment. Like I trust everybody's judgment on this pod, and whatever you're recommending, okay, I'm sure it's for a reason. You wouldn't probably recommend a bad film, but I'm just like, I don't know, a group of friends going to see a Kiss concert. Like,
Hmm.
what am I supposed to take away from this?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I ended up putting it on Sunday afternoon. Like I had gotten done with my yard work, like all the chores were done around the house. So I'm like, yeah, like let's strap in, get ready for the pod, next episode of the pod. And so I throw on Detroit Rock City. Hey, man, from the word go, and I know we're getting ready to dive into it here, but even the opener of this film, it reminded me so much of the MTV VH1 days,
Oh yeah.
where even the opening of the film is almost music video style,
Yeah.
just from
Yeah.
the camera angles they're working,
Hmm.
the zoom in, zoom out, like everything about this movie is just one giant love letter to music. And I
Yeah.
mean, forget Kiss is even in it. Like tell like this movie is stylized for like the MTV generation, and I
Yeah.
I love it.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Not,
Uh, Also, the cast in this film is wild. Like it's so
Mhm.
cool.
yeah.
Like just to see all the actors that show up in this movie and like what they go on to become or things
Oh
you've
yeah.
seen
Hmm.
them in the past and like
Yep.
I mean even down to Jam's mom like being Lynn Shay. She's
Yeah.
the daughter of Robert Shay and like that's the whole house that built Freddy right there. You know, Freddy
Yep.
Krueger. So it's all I just loved it. Everything about it and going back and rewatching it I'm the same. I agree with Brian. If you when I remember watching this, they were like, "Oh, they go see a Kiss concert," and I was like, "I have no interest in Kiss. I don't
Exactly. That's
know."
exactly how I
Yeah.
felt. Kiss was
Yeah.
way before my time. I
Hmm.
enjoy them now. Like I enjoy the
I do
hits.
too.
If Love
Same.
Gun comes on, I'm jamming that shit.
Oh,
Um,
Mhm.
yeah.
but again, I just as soon as it, like you said, Brian, as soon as go, you're just strapped in. Your focus it just grabs your attention and holds it. Man, this movie
Yep.
rocks.
Yeah, and Jesse, I got to comment on like you're saying with Lynn Shay. Before obviously what she does now because I love the Insidious movies.
Yeah.
Yes,
Before
yeah.
those, I saw this movie and I saw Kingpin with Woody Harrelson
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Bill
that's where
Murray.
I know her
And
from.
but like this movie, she was a complete bitch. And in Kingpin, she was a dirty ass landlord, like wanting some love. And like those are my
uh,
two memories of her, and I'm just like, ugh. And then I started like, growing up, we and Cities came out. I was like, I fucking love her, man. And just
Dude, me
seeing her in
too.
other
man,
stuff, like she is just
I I
amazing.
She's
don't
a gem.
I don't
She
see
is.
her and not think of Kingpin,
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
but
Yeah.
the dirty
honestly,
leg and him throwing up in the bowl.
I don't
Oh,
really know her from much else, but she is, I mean, underrated really. The way
Oh
Yeah.
god,
The way she
Big time.
is, man, she is really good.
Yeah,
She
Amazing.
definitely a
she's
character you hate, you know.
she's horror royalty, and
She
so
Yeah.
is.
she shows up in tons of 80s slasher films, like it's like just like random characters,
Oh, that's awesome.
and I
And
think
just a very diverse actress. I
yeah,
mean, what a range she's capable of. But for this specific role, I mean, she nails it. And just for the theme of this film, I guess just kind of diving into the beginning of it from the opening of the movie. Um, it's what do they call themselves? Mystery.
It's
They're
Yes.
like
mystery. Yeah.
yeah. So they're it opens up with garage band. Now, I don't know if kids are still doing this or not. I have no
They
freaking
are.
clue.
It's
Okay, good
coming
for
back,
them.
man. Hell
I hope
yeah.
so
Good. I hope
because
so.
like in the 80s and 90s, like in the times we were growing up, that was just kind of a running theme that,
Mhm.
everybody knew that one kid that was trying to start a band in their garage and they were just jamming out all day.
yeah,
So
I
that's what
mean,
this movie opens up with
Seattle
is
made
this
it so popular. I mean, you got Alice in Chains, Nirvana,
mhm,
I think Pearl
Kurt
Jam
Cobain. I
even, like
mean,
mhm,
all
oh
these
my
were
God.
garage bands that
Mhm.
blew up.
yep,
That's what we open with is and just going off of the Wikipedia page here that I got pulled up in front of me. In October of 1978, Cleveland, Ohio, four rebellious teenage boys, Hawks, Lex, Trip, and Verdi. Is that how you say his name?
Uh
I mean, I got
Uh,
Jam.
Hawk, Lex, Trip, and Jam.
Jam is who
damn,
I
Jam. Okay, Jam. Yeah, okay, never mind. Trip. Okay, that's his last name. Anyway, they're mystery. They're playing in their garage, and literally the entire opener of this film, like I said earlier, straight back to MTV, VH1. Like I just remember as a kid being at the babysitters and them having either MTV, VH1, or whatever CMT. It was one of
yeah.
those three channels just on the TV playing in the
Oh yeah.
background, and you know,
I
us
miss it.
being kids, yeah, I mean, we're just walking past, we're just passing through the house. We're usually outside, but if you just glance over, you see the TV, you hear the music playing on the TV, and that specific editing style that catches your attention for like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, and you're sucked in. You know what I mean? That's what this opening scene reminded me of. I'm like, man, is this like the 80s, the 90s? Granted, like I just said, 1978, but it just took me back to that time where you just used to see music videos on
mhm.
TV. I'm like, okay, you've got my attention.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the opening with Lynn Shay when she's like looking, she's got her little drink and she's
Yeah.
walking around her house and she's humming the Carpenters and then she like decides to put on a record and she goes over
Yep.
and puts on what she thinks is it the Carpenters? She's like gonna
It
put the
is
Carpenter
she
Carpenters on.
thinks
selection.
it's the Carpenters, yeah.
And she
Yep.
puts it on there and then like it starts and it's fucking Kiss and then she like spills her drink and she just has a fucking conniption fit.
Yeah.
And like that whole part there, when you're talking about music videos, made me think of like Twisted Sister or Beastie Boys, like from
Yep.
that time period, like
Yep.
coming in like they're always like young kids like fucking with their parents. That's what that reminded me of.
And it's not too far off. I don't know if you guys remember this, but music, like, it used to be like that. If you had something like real obscene or obscure, like mothers would get together and they would fight against it. I mean, something
So
that comes to mind is when Eminem came out. Like parents flipped out. I remember them like tossing all the CDs in like Times Square or something, and they like ran over all his albums. And
I mean,
so
this is kind of a tale as old as time, really, at least as far as modern generations' memory. So, I guess, if you want to stretch it as far back as anybody still alive can remember 1950s horror comics.
Mhm.
yeah,
Moms used to get real mad at, kind of like the creep show era of stories. Moms used to rebel against that stuff. Then you flash forward to the 80s. and again, like this movie portrays in the 70s, sure. Actually, just flashing forward to the 80s, you're talking like your D&D, even in the 90s, Pokemon cards. A bunch of churches did not like the idea of selling your kid's soul or what the fuck ever, man.
Little
Whatever
devil
they're fucking
monsters.
mad about. But it just because so my girlfriend Steffi, she used to nanny for this guy, and I'm not going to drop any names. I don't want to throw any attention their way, but is a doctor who cured his daughter's cancer, so he's got money on top of money on top of money. Well, he also happens to be one of the world's biggest Kiss fans and is personal friends with Gene Simmons.
Right.
And what this movie talks about, he personally has talked with him about this, but this movie does kind of shade Kiss, for its time. Okay, 1978. Oh, Kisses for pussies. Like, Kiss fucking sucks or whatever. Was a lot of people who did back during Kiss's prime throw shade at them for wearing the makeup, for oh, they're satanic, or oh, they're a gay band,
Yeah, I mean,
because they're dudes wearing makeup.
there was
You know
no
what I
one
mean?
else really doing it that I can think of.
Mhm.
Like, so
Yeah.
you're always going to have haters when you're the first one to kind of start something.
Yeah.
So
They definitely opened the door up for like hair metal when there was like all the guys like who kind of feminine with long hair and a lot of hair stuff and stuff. And I personally do not like hair metal, but I can understand the talent that goes into it. But I think that Kiss has opened the door up for them to be like that, you know. So
Yeah,
you
and so just the opening scene to this film reminding me of just a music video, and it centering their band is clearly like
tribute.
an homage, yeah, a tribute band to Kiss. Um, Makes sense for the time because I actually had to research it after the fact. This movie made me curious. I'm like, did Kiss get a lot of hate in the beginning? And it's like, oh, sure enough, they did. So a lot of what you see in this movie where people are making fun of them for being a Kiss tribute band or even liking Kiss, it's like, okay, yeah, that kind of tracks for the time period it's supposed to take place in.
Yeah.
And so from there we got Lynn Shay and then we got the boys in the band and
Yeah.
you got
Yep.
like just you got Giuseppe Andrews, you got James DeBello, you got uh old boy, what's his name? Edward
Edward
Furlong.
Furlong.
Edward Furlong, yep.
Yep, and then Sam
Emily.
Huntington, like all these like people who became somebody, at least in all my movie experience, I see them sometimes, and they're just fucking getting it, dude, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
like kicking around and having a good time.
I love it. I
Nowhere
love.
good whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah. They
Talking
suck.
vocal wise, like yeah, not good whatsoever. Go ahead, man.
No,
But they're having the time of their lives, which is what I love. I can feel it. They're true friends. They got, mom and dad's beer cans they stole. Like, you can see them stacked up in the corner. I think Jam's got like some sparklers on his drum set as he's fucking getting it.
Yeah.
It's so good. I love movies where you just feel that connection between these guys.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
and like what Blaine said, they weren't good, and I wrote in my notes, I said not good but passionate.
Yeah.
That's half the battle right there, man. And between the cinematography and just the general vibe from the actors involved in this opener, you can feel it. Like you said, they're a shitty teenage garage band who, yeah, they kind of suck, but that's not really the main plot at this point or the main issue.
Yeah.
Jam's mom, like Jesse explained earlier, goes to put on the Carpenters and ends up putting on Kiss. And there's this whole opening scene where she is having a fucking meltdown trying to unplug the record player. She ends up ripping shelves off the walls, trying to get this devil music to stop. So it's like, okay, you are right off the bat, you already know who this chick is. Because
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, I've met those moms who are just like, oh, you guys need more church in your lives. It's like, oh, okay, like
I was gonna say everyone has a friend or knows a friend where their parents are kind of like this. They're like against everything that is fun.
They're sheltered, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then there's two. I think the two first laughs for me in the movie is when Trip picks up Hawk's guitar and he tries to
Yes.
smash it.
Yeah.
That makes me laugh. And then so then they're partying, right? They're having a good time doing their song, and then Jam's mom shows up out of nowhere and just like busts in and grabs Jam, and then Jam goes, "What's up?" And she goes, "Satan's body count. That's what's up." And I was like, that fucking killed me.
But I also love that part as well because as soon as they see the lights, like they immediately know it's her. So
Yeah.
they hide the bongs, they kick the porno mags underneath the couch. They're scrambling. They're was it spraying Febreze, Glade, put in the mouthwash and everything, and they're all standing at attention too by the window, like, fuck. All right,
Hey,
she's
Mom.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so
I
relatable.
think we've all been in that part.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
we've all had that same fucking feeling.
It may not have
me
been
and Blaine
beer.
used to.
I was gonna say it may not have been beer and weed, but I mean it probably was. But you know,
Yeah.
at one point in your life, you were doing something you weren't
Sorry, Mom.
supposed to, and
Sorry.
a parent is coming, and it's like, oh fuck, fucking
Yeah.
scatter.
Definitely.
I mean, me and Blaine used to steal beers out of his dad's fridge, and we used to have
He
to
had a
hide that
garage
shit.
fridge. I mean, come on. He was setting himself
Garage
up.
fridge. We were at least
Ooh.
sneaky about it. You know, we didn't steal from the main fridge, but like, yeah, in this movie, just the first 10 minutes takes me back to like, oh, yeah. Like, I remember having to like hide shit from parents and sneak around all night. Like, this was before the internet, before everything was being recorded. So, yes, okay, I'm tracking. Jam's mom shows up, gives the dude the third degree about like this devil music. That's what she comes to ream his ass about, was because she put on the record, she put on the Kiss album instead of the Carpenters, and shows up, drags him out of the fucking house like, you know, we need to get you to church, we need to straighten you up. I mean, she's already, from moment one that you meet this character, you know what she's all about, which is anti-fun. No fun throughout this entire movie.
And I love how, like, throughout the whole entire movies, as well as that, she just fucking chain smoking those long ass 100 cigarettes as well.
Newports
But like, this
too.
is probably one of the opening like credit scenes I really love, because she tosses that Kiss album into the trash, and you just see a needle come out of nowhere, and then we just see the history of Kiss with a badass song playing in the background as
It
they
was
just
dope.
roll through the history of it, and I just love that so much, and it just, I don't know, like that part, and then we see him wake up in his room, and he just kind of looks hungover, and even in his room, he's got a fucking Kiss flag, and then right above his bed, he's got this huge ass crucifix. And this is probably, like Jesse said, the first like laugh for me, besides her like throwing the wine all over herself, as he gets his foot caught in the what the hell were those? Because I remember from the Goonies, Bran got tripped
the
up like
Goonies,
that.
they're like the
Yeah,
exercise
the springs.
plastic.
Yeah. He gets that shit wrapped around his ankle. He goes to answer the phone. He grabs it, but I love it how it pulls his ass back to the bed. And he's just like, "Hello," like it fucking threw me.
Then the
man.
phone comes and hits him in the face.
Exactly. And they're freaking out because I was just gonna say, this is the person on the phone is Hawk, and like him, the boys are in the basement freaking out because the Kiss tickets are gone. They're just like, dude, they're fucking gone, man. Where is it? Do you have them? And you just see, I love you see Trip in the background, man. He's just like throwing shit left and right. He's like, where is it, man?
I mean, the first, okay, so just to notate for this movie, Trip, indication of him picking up the bass and trying to smash it. That's Trip throughout this entire film. He is just over the top.
Yeah.
He's a fucking moron. he's still part of the group.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But
Uh,
like Blaine was saying, this whole scene with him answering the phone, very slapstick, very, yeah, he's got his foot tangled up. Back in the days when you had those long ass cords and the phone bases were heavy as shit, and it just yanks it off the table and smacks him in the face. Like, okay, like this kid's a teenage fuck up, so let's continue on for the Kiss tickets. And he ends up finding them. Luckily, I mean, they're all freaking out because they're all talking about the concert. Even in this conversation, uh, what's he saying? He's talking to his buddies about how he's going to have to sneak out. Wait, aren't you grounded? Aren't you still grounded? Well, yeah, of course, but I'm still going to sneak out. You know what I mean? So yeah, he ends up finding the Kiss tickets. He accidentally picked up Tripp's jacket,
yeah.
tickets in them.
Yep.
Yep.
I love after that it goes back to the boys,
Yep.
and I'm gonna tell you my favorite of the group is Hawk, I think. Um, but Trip had ended up spilling like the bong water all over the pillow or something, and Lex is like pissed, like, man, you fucking spilled the bong water all over the bed, and they kind of get into it a little bit. They start bashing each other's moms. And then Hawk is just like, guys, calm down. Both your moms are cool, and he explains why. And he's just like, he sees the big picture. Like, let's not get. We're about to go see Kiss, like everyone's cool. Let's
Yeah.
be cool, man.
And
Super
the
cool
mom's
character.
things moves into the fact that he's like, "Oh, we could borrow your mom's car. Your mom's a lesbian," and she goes, "He's a female gynecologist."
Honestly, in that scene as well, like Trip's my favorite character. I feel like I relate with him a lot because he is a fuck up, and that's kind of
He's
me as
such an
well.
idiot, but yeah.
But like he even says, he's like, "Hey, at least my mom didn't give birth to me when she was on LSD." And he whips around. He's just like, "Shrooms, man." It's like that's not any better, dude, at all. He's just like he was so offended by the LSD. He's just like shrooms, man. But I do love how Hawk said that because, I mean, Shope's mom is cool as fuck. Like I know that, and like I think we all have that mom that we can that we went over to their friends with. That was our second mom. Your mom is still my second mom to this day, and every single time I see her, I still call her mom. Like that's
Mhm.
just how it was. But then we see other people's parents are like, I don't want anything to fucking do with your parent.
Yeah, your
I'm gonna
parents
talk
are
to you, and that's
weird,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean this whole opener is just phenomenal. I mean, if it gives you any indication, and again, I know this is 1978. They clearly established that, but anytime pre-internet, and I think that's why we can connect with these characters so well. It's like I remember shit like this with my buddies, like just having these half brain schemes or lying to each other's parents to try and go do something we know we're damn well not supposed to, but it's like, I mean, you're young once, and
yeah.
this movie, like, and I know I said it earlier, but what a great pick for the week.
I do have. Can I say something really short? And this involves
Yes,
you,
by
Show,
all means.
because it takes me back because you were a part of this. I will not drink lemon flavored vodka anymore because as we're talking, my dad had shit in his fridge. Myself, Shope, and my brother all were taking shots of lemon vodka, and then we decided to go out driving on country
Don't
roads,
fear the Reaper.
blaring "Don't Fear the Reaper" as my brother's driving, and we're sticking our heads out the fucking sunroof as he kicks off the lights. So we're driving in complete darkness,
Hell yeah.
drunk on a country
26.
road, blasting "Don't Fear the Reaper."
Yeah.
I mean, the stupid shit like that. I mean, obviously these guys are in a small town. We were in a small town, so the relatableness of this is like so fucking there, even though this was 30 years
When you
different.
flick the lights back on.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
dude, I think
Deer.
what was it? A deer? There was a fucking deer. Yeah.
There was a
And we
fucking
were
deer
we were
right
in
in front of
Final
your
Destination
brother's
style.
Pontiac.
3 kids decapitated, man. Like it was fucking stupid. And we're like, we need to go home now.
And just that story, I mean, that's why, like, that time in my life, this movie invokes those feelings. Not
Mhm.
even 15 minutes into the film, and all we're doing is basically, okay, kids with a strict mom want to go to a Kiss concert. That's as far as we've gotten. Already like, dude, I remember
Mhm.
I remember being
Yep.
that young and stupid, like, okay, let's see where this adventure goes.
Hmm.
Um
Well,
so
I'd say one thing we got to mention is that Jam, it cuts back to Jam in his room, and his mom comes in, and she's talking about like, hey, take those pants off. They reek of weed, and they're so tight I can see your penis.
well, she says
So
BO, because she doesn't
yeah, BO.
know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
She hangs up that jacket where the tickets are in it, and she's like, "You're gonna wear this nice little outfit I got you." And whips out this big ass box from Kmart. Rest in peace, Miss Kmart. And like he's trying to get those tickets, and unfortunately, he cannot get a hold of them. And cuts to the school, and the boys are already there. And I love like they're just chilling like those. We seen I guess quote unquote burners hanging out on the side, and these what do they call them, Stellas, walk
Stella's.
by, and they're like, yeah, she's wearing this pin that says bitch and it says, "Don't stare long, boys, you'll go blind." And they're like, "Oh yeah, right."
Yeah, I
Fucking Stellas, man.
I love their whole look. They're kind of greasy and dirty. That
Hmm.
was like my whole you know theme or style when I was growing up. But going back to that, you see Jam getting off like the bus or something, and Trip is like, "Hey man, that geek looks like Jam." Like, that is Jam.
And then Hawk out of nowhere, "Hey, dork!"
And then they all start laughing. It's again, you can just feel the chemistry, and we've we've all done that with our friends. Super relatable, awesome.
That's like honestly, all of us hanging out with each other, we can just talk shit like that, and no one get hurt
Exactly,
feelings
exactly.
whatsoever.
And he knew it too, like coming up, like fuck, I'm about to get it.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
It's like when you
well,
get a new haircut and then you're like you never show anybody your hair, but you know that you're gonna have to show your boys your hair, and you know you're about to fucking get it.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
it's
I
gonna tear
I
you apart.
completely forgot about. I mean, that whole scene where his mom's picking out his clothes or whatever. I'm like, oh shit! Like I forgot in grade school when your mom
Ugh,
used to drag your ass to the store just
Ah,
to make sure the clothes fit. But you really didn't get to see them too much. Your mom was just like, "Yeah, we'll take these." And this is what you're wearing to school for the first week, the
Mhm.
first week of school when it starts back up, and it's like, oh, like, what the hell am I wearing? Like, what is
alright,
this?
I'm gonna out myself. That is 100% the shit we're talking about here, boys.
yeah.
And I
That's
fucking hate
beautiful.
it. Mom, again, if you're watching this, I hated shopping with you, and that's why I hid in the clothing racks because I hated it so much.
I hit
God,
in the clothing rack too every
Par-
time.
Parents just will never know what's cool, man. And I'm coming
Yeah.
up on that where my boy will be
I'm
old
there.
enough to be able to know what's stylish, and I'm gonna be like, nah, that you ain't wearing that.
Hmm.
You're gonna wear this
I
nice
I will
button
say,
up.
Colby, I'm there, and my boy does come to me for like style advice, and like that makes me feel good. Even though like he looks at me, he's just like, "What are you wearing?" But then he'll come to me like, "Does this look good? Does this look good? What do you think about this?" I'm just like, "Yeah,
Cool.
man, rock that."
Yeah, I am the worst. I've never matched before. I've always dressed like for what I like and what's comfortable. I've never
Yeah.
cared to like look cool or. Uh,
Colby's always
No.
been jean shorts, socks and sandals, and usually a t-shirt that says "Big Dog" on it.
Hell, oh,
yeah,
dude, hell
something like
yeah.
that, or a wolf, or
Yeah, well,
yeah.
like he always looks like he's about to go fishing.
Yeah, my buddy Joe is
Hell yeah.
super like he's dressed to the nine. His like his watch matches his shoes and his belt, and he looks so good. And I feel bad for him sometimes. I bet he's embarrassed when we're walking down the street because he looks like he just picked me up from like a homeless shelter or something.
That's all right,
But
man. Look, we're approaching 40, so it's fine if we look
Yeah,
homeless.
I
Nobody
ain't,
Yeah.
cares anymore.
I ain't got
no,
nothing
But
to impress.
Oh.
nope.
Well,
But
no,
now they're at the
honestly,
school.
moving on, they're
but
in the school and
yep.
they're kind of just doing their classes, and then they hear over the intercom, uh, Jam's
Jam's
mom.
mom.
Yeah, Jam's mom comes on.
And yeah,
I
she
do want to
found the ticket.
reference. I do want to reference real quick. In the class, we do kind of see a love interest with Jam and the girl that he has a crush on, but
What's
he
her,
doesn't
is
Beth.
her
know she
name
has a
Beth?
crush. Yeah, her
Beth.
name's Beth. It's Melanie Linicki, and she's been in
Which
stuff we've seen
so
as
many
well.
things. Yeah, she's still
Yeah,
going hard in the acting field, but yeah, briefly we get to see uh, Beth is scribbling in her notebook Jeremiah, like
yeah,
all over her page, like she's obsessed. Jam, uh, who she's sitting right next to. They kind of bump heads. That there's this little indication of okay, there's something there, but immediately we're taken out of that
yep.
because Jam's mom. Initially, it's the principal. Principal is calling Jeremiah to the office. Well, then fucking
Grab
Jam's
that mic,
mom just grabs the mic and starts shouting, "Get to
Jeremiah.
the oh, you are in so much trouble." And this is a continuing theme, like not like a theatrical theme, but for Jam's mom is constantly in trouble throughout the entirety of this film.
He's like
And she
Butters.
calls him out over the
Yeah.
intercom in front of the whole school. Get to the principal's office. And why does he have to go there? Because mom shows up, pissed the fuck off, found the tickets in his jacket. Well, uh, Tripp's jacket
Trip
originally.
yeah,
jacket. Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever, he mistakenly grabs Tripp's jacket, wears it home. We established that, but she finds the tickets. She starts giving him the third fucking degree over.
I
You're not going to this satanic concert, blah blah blah. Just reaming his ass.
Well, I like as well, like while she's freaking the fuck out, it cuts to all four of them. You just see the dread in all their faces. They're all in different
Because
classes.
they know.
Obviously, Trip is fucking stoned out of his mind, passed out in one class, and even he wakes up. But yeah, they're all just like, fuck, like we know what's happening. But yeah, like you said, this that dread. It's almost like a scary movie. The long ass hallway. He's slowly walking to it and just zooms in on her with those tickets in her hand. Yeah, like berating her.
And
The
she's still
boys are
got
at the end of
smoke.
the hall. Yeah, the boys are at the end of the hall just wondering what's going on. And she's talking about these tickets. And when she's about to light up that cigarette, lights them fucking tickets on fire for her cigarette and then tosses them. And you just, all the boys, you just see the heartbreak, man. Because I don't know about y'all, I would be completely crushed because you can just see how excited they are to go see them.
yeah. Did you guys
Felt
see the
it.
price on those tickets?
It's like 550
Uh,
or something.
35.50.
35.
35.50. Yep.
Imagine
That's crazy.
bucks for a
Even back,
headliner like mainstream band nowadays. Like,
No, you're in the hundreds of dollars. Like,
that's a lot of money back
yeah,
then, even shit.
yeah, that's what I was
it
thinking back
was,
then.
but
Yeah.
But I think someone was telling me like Metallica at Vegas was like $800 a ticket or something.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus.
So did we skip over, or maybe my notes were messed up? Is this where they see Elvis the Hall
No,
monitor?
yeah, this is right now.
yeah.
We're running to Elvis. Yep.
Okay, because one of my favorite parts is coming up when they all end up going into the bathroom together.
Well, yeah. This is literally right when we see it, and they see Evan, and Trip's like, "Fuck, it's Elvis." He's like, "Could that be the smell of 3 detentions? This greasy fuck." I don't know. To me, he looks like a greasy ass like leprechaun that's like
Yeah.
running down the or running after them.
Yep. They run into the girls' bathroom. They're trying to figure out what they're gonna do, and then a girl comes in, right, and they hide in the stall.
Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say like they're like sitting there like what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And like Trip pulls out a joint, starts smoking it, and then Lex is like, dude, you can't smoke that. This is in the bathroom. And he goes, I don't give a fuck. And then somebody runs in the bathroom and he's like, when he fucking quickly eats the joint.
Just a quick pin. Adjusted for inflation, $35 in 1978 is worth roughly $173 in today's
Damn.
money.
Wow.
So even so, I mean, look, $200 for a concert. that's still a deal in 2026.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to see somebody
$800
big,
for 4 tickets,
And
man.
I mean, you got to think these kids how they got that kind of money. Like,
yeah.
so this is
Well,
a huge deal, not only for their favorite band, but we spent a lot of money getting these tickets. We are going to see Kiss.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
fucking
so
his mom, dude. I mean, just for that scene when she burns those tickets in the ashtray, I'm not even a Kiss fan. And realistically, like I'm not even somebody who's gonna pay hundreds of dollars to go see a concert. So like I can't really connect with these kids, but just knowing how core fans they are of something, like I could only imagine if I'm trying to go see a Comic-Con or a movie for tickets that I've already paid for and somebody just lights them up in front of me.
mhm.
Yeah.
But like the anger during that scene, I'm like, I've never hit a woman, but I am willing to backhand this lady for these kids because this is terrible. This is
Yeah,
absolutely horrible.
these 4 guys are almost what it would be like if, old boy didn't die from the Kruger or the cougar attack in Altar Boys. Like, if he would've survived, they may have just gone on to be these 4 guys.
Yeah.
And and when I was, watching Detroit Rock City, I was like, Colby definitely has, like, a theme for his movies. Like, he likes, like, groups of friends, like, going on adventures, like, a little bit of drama with his comedy.
So, Stand By Me is gonna be next, right, Colby?
Yeah.
That's a heavy hitter, man. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but that's a heavy one.
Hey, hit
That
us with
is.
Goonies then,
Yeah.
and then we
Oh,
can
fuck
do Stand
yeah.
By Me. So they're in the bathroom, and then, there the girl comes in, there's some lady comes in, and they all hide in the stall,
Hide in the
and then
stall.
she
Dude,
starts
this scene is brilliant. This is just pure cinematic brilliance.
I love that
and she
they're
said
all on the toilet. Like,
yeah, looking over the stall at her.
Bunch of
And
fucking pervs, man.
No.
This
Never heard
poor
a girl
girl.
blow ass before.
and just like all of us would do, immature young men, I should say, she starts ripping ass, and
yeah.
they can't help but to
I mean, it was some heavy ass.
laugh. Yeah.
It was. But I love the outcome of that because was it one of them loses their footing and like all the stalls just get completely ripped down. Water's going everywhere and like fuck. They start bolting out there and Lex is just like, I'm sorry, man. They're like, get the fuck out, dude.
And like all of those boys had like a crush on her. They said they're like, oh, she was the
Yeah.
hottest chick, and then she's in there just like, just like blowing it
Ripping
up.
ass. Oh, it's so funny. They're trying to hold their laugh, and they're like telling each other to shut up. It's just making it worse.
But this,
Tell me that wouldn't have been us. Like I wouldn't
exactly.
have been able to hold it. Like the chick you've had a crush on since like the second grade, sitting next to you blowing ass. We all would have been losing it.
Yep. But I love this next scene because I mean, well, I'm gonna cut it really quickly. Jam's mom's driving him off to the church, but it cuts to them in science class, and they make a makeshift radio to hear them talking about that. That was it. The 10th caller gets 4 Kiss tickets for tonight's show. So they come up with a plan. And Trip walks up and he's like, oh man, I gotta pee. I gotta take these salt pills and I gotta go. He's like, don't insult my intelligence. He's
Salt
like,
pills.
oh, I'm
Salt
pissing my
pills.
pants. And you just see water coming out. Like what we don't see is like there's a little baster in the back with some water shooting down his pants, and he gets out of there and starts bolting it to the phone as fast as he fucking can. Calls in. Oh, go ahead, man.
I will say that this is a good indication of what Trip is willing to do for tickets. There's something else that happens later in the movie where you're like,
Oh,
God
yeah.
damn. But yeah.
But yeah, like he gets on, he finds out that he is the 10th caller, runs down the hall, and you just hear him cheering. Like, obviously, we don't know what happened on the call, but he's just like, yeah, we're going to Kiss tonight, freaking out. And they're all happy as shit. But now they're in class just trying, or I'm sorry, in lunch.
Attention.
No, they're in lunch talking about how they're gonna bust Jam out.
Mhm.
And they're trying to come up with a diversion. But yeah, this is the part, Jesse, where you're talking about like, hey man, we need to take your mom's car. and he's just like, "It's okay. She's a lesbian. It's fine." But I gotta say that car that she has is fucking dope. Like it is
Yeah.
nice as
The
hell.
station wagon.
Um,
Hell
yeah, I
yeah.
mean we'll get to it in a second, but they're about to do that. But as out of the corner, we see, or I should say, across the cafeteria room, we see creepy ass Elvis hitting on some high school cheerleaders.
Yeah.
And dude, Jesse, I know you said that you liked you liked him as a character quite a bit. How'd you feel
Yeah.
about him, or would you this the kind of guy that you would see him just hitting on some underage chicks?
Yeah, I like the fact that he's like sitting there and he's like talking to all these ladies and he's like, the trays match your guys' outfits. Did you plan that? And
Dude, just such a fucking creeper. And
dude,
Yeah.
he's so nasty looking, like I can't even look at him. Like he
got
just
Yeah.
like
grosses me out.
literally 4 minutes of screen time, if that.
If
But I
that.
love his character. Like he's the school security guard, got these guys his number. So this group of buddies, like clearly, okay, they're troublemakers. They got no respect for authority whatsoever. But Elvis, whatever the fuck his actual name is, like he is just his mission is to take them down. Now he
Mhm.
fails, and again, he's a very very small part of this movie. I mean, he's in
Mhm.
it for like 3 or 4 minutes of actual screen time. But when he's sitting there talking to the ladies and he looks up and he sees like the cafeteria door starting to swing closed, he's like, "Oh fuck no."
Oh,
You know,
no.
he's in it. He's like, "Excuse me, ladies, I gotta go." And he rushes off, and all the girls are sitting there. Oh my gosh,
He
can you believe
stinks.
how fucking yeah he stinks? Can you believe how fucking creepy he is? Like
And that creepiness plays out because as he's run down the hall, he's just like, like I said, he's like a
he's
creepy ass leprechaun. He's got
Dude,
a big ass flashlight on his hip and a fucking Playboy hanging out of his back pocket.
and I will say he's like essentially like if Charles Lee Ray wasn't a murderer, like he would have been that guy. Like he would the guy that was Chucky, he would have been him. But he's a
yep.
good also a good indication of there's so many small parts in this movie, but they're all memorable. Like
Oh
each
hell
one
yeah.
of them is big. Like
Yeah.
like him and like you as you go through like the kid that they want to steal tickets from later in the movie and
Oh,
like the
fucking
mom
Chongo, man.
Chongo, like all these characters, the
Oh,
disco guys, like every one of them is really small. You don't ever see them
Yep.
again, but
Well,
they have lasting impact.
I say my next favorite small character is Father McNulty because
Father
this is where
McNulty, yeah.
Jam has
this
now
is
went.
where
Yeah, he's at the church. Father McNulty's playing all nice with Mrs. Bruce, and as soon as she leaves, that smile just fades. And Jam's just like, I think he takes a big gulp because he knows he's just completely fucked in this
yeah.
situation. And
Look,
he
and
kind of
for
goes in talking about punishing him, and talking about God's gonna cast him out for even just the smallest things. Yeah, this is when she walks out and she sees that car parked behind him, but no one's in it. And then what was it? They pop out and
except
Church
they
just goes, "Let's
are.
go bust him out, man."
They're
And they're
all
like, "No, we
hunkered
just can't
down.
waltz in
His
there."
boys are standing right out there in front of the church, and they're coming up. They're trying to figure out a way to bust Jam out of the big house, because they know he's fucked. His mom just dropped him off to this Catholic school where he's getting ready to poor Jam. However, this moment doesn't last super long. The boy is up. And does he ask for Father McNulty specifically? He rolls
Oh,
up
yeah.
in that.
He rolls up in a pink fucking like Volvo with a big ass tail in the back. It's called Pizza Pig is the restaurant. He's like, "You guys know where Father Minoli's office is?"
Yeah, yeah. And so they intercept the pizza. And you know what? For all of Trip's fuck ups, because Trip, this entire film, he's a fuck up, for better or for worse. But he does come in clutch at this point. They intercept the pizza.
Oh no, that was Hawk.
Well, Hawk delivers the pizza. Hawk
Oh my bad.
swoops in. He's got the pink hat on, and he gives Father McNulty the pizza. And Father McNulty's sitting there laying into,
Jam.
and whatever, just kind of reaming him, getting ready to put the fear of God into this poor kid. And he's sitting there munching down on this pizza, and he kind of chokes up a little bit. Where he's like, "Oh, that that mushroom.
That was a stale
That was a
Stale.
That's a spicy mushroom." And as soon as he said that, I'm like, "Oh, okay, this is what's getting ready to happen."
Just real quick, I'm gonna back up
Yeah.
because when he leans in, he's like, if he offers you a piece, don't take it. So he's just like, well, oh yeah, he's like 10 even. So he opens up the donation box, grabs a 10 out of that, gives it to him, and he's like, and I will put your tip towards the church. He's like, amen, brother, and everything helps.
I'm not gonna turn this into a Catholic bashing. Really, like, look, all I'm gonna say is the fact that he opened the donation box to pay for the pizza and then skims the pizza boy his tip. I'm like, yeah, that tracks totally. That's pretty on point. And so he's sitting there scarfing down the pizza, and he gets a spicy bite, which we come to find out Trip puts magic mushrooms on the pizza, and
Yep.
he's just sitting there like, which we get to see Father McNulty start to trip balls here in a few
Well,
seconds.
I say I love that because they're sitting out front and they're like, how long does it usually take? He's like, I'd say about 30 minutes, and then out of nowhere,
20 to 30
out,
minutes. It just kind of depends,
outside the church, you just hear McNulty laughing his ass off, and even the guys are just like cracking up because they can hear what's going on.
It's like, oh, he's lit. He's finally lit. That's when they know. That's the cue. It's like, okay, he's laughing his ass off. We can go in and rescue our boy.
And they end up getting him out of there, and they hit
get
the
him out of
road.
there. I love too how Jam, he's like the more sensitive one, or he's got the strict mom, but he's no pussy, He's not like,
Exactly.
I can't go nowhere. My mom will kill me. Like, he's just as down as everyone else. He's just got that shadow that hangs over him, which is his mom a little bit. So, shout out Jam, man.
Yeah, Jam's awesome. And so they hit the road. They start heading towards Detroit Rock City, and this is, I think, at this point we find out that Hawk has stage fright.
Yeah.
And so we learn that, and then not long after that, they run into
the disco.
Was it Trip throws a pizza out the window, and it like lands on this
Windows and the
disco.
Stellas.
Yeah, the bunch of Stellas, and it lands on the window of these disco guys. And
Which that's a T-Bird, right? They're driving a gold
yes.
T-Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and these guys have some of the funniest lines for me, like when they're just like talking shit and like, and then they're like all painted up in makeup when they get their ass beat. But anywho, they end up throwing pizza out the car, and it lands on the hood or the window of these disco guys, and they end up getting to like a road like collision fight, like road rage, and they end up pushing the side of their car and knocking them over on the side, and then the disco guys get out and they end up beating up Hawk by putting his head in the pizza on the window.
Pizza, yep.
Again, when that happens, I love that none of them are like really scared. They're laughing like, "Oh shit!" Like they're just total punks. I love it. I also love Trip. Of course, he's just like a klutz. He's like he takes the last piece before he throws it out, and he's kind of just like shaking it, like like making a mess.
How much shit? The only thing I could think about, okay, he already pissed himself, right? He already fucking dirtied his britches with that scam to get him out of detention to go use the payphone. And then he starts spilling pizza all over the place, and he spills it all over his fucking crotch. I'm like, bro, like you're gonna need a change of pants.
Yeah.
Like,
he's got tie pins.
You can tell 100%. None of them smell good. Like I can smell them through the TV.
Yeah, so this is Christine, which is Natasha Lyonne's character.
Shout out.
Which I mean, again, he did American Pie this year as well. But she's even kind of like when he's throwing his face on it, like she's just like, all right, you're taking it way too far, and just fucking hits the road. But not before the Kiss 8-track starts going off, and the Guido is offended, man. He's just like, you know what? This is fucking bad music. And even Jam's just like, hey, man, you know, you can diss everything else, but let's leave Kiss out of this. Just
Kiss out of this.
Really, you know, back and forth, blah, blah. But the fact is, like, tosses that 8-track, gets run over by a semi, and I'm sorry, fire truck. and then you just see the boys shift.
Yep.
And I love that because Colby, I think you said like they aren't afraid at all.
Yeah.
Because he walks back up to Hawk and he's just like, "So what are you gonna do about it?" Immediate fucking nut crusher.
Yeah.
Drops that
Crush.
fucking Guido.
Drops
Uh,
him.
Turns over to Lex, and I love how they do this because what was it? Lex takes off his kiss belt. He's got a big ass kit buckle. Wraps that
Just
around his
wraps
hand.
it.
Trip pulls out his chain wallet and he's just like got it like this, and like each one of them, and even Jam pulls out his drumsticks. Like, you know what? You guys are gonna get fucked up. End the story. And I love that because I love how you pointed out like they're not scared at all, man.
Yeah.
They're not a bunch of pussies.
I'm not even gonna really call it a fight scene, but like, what a great ass beating they
Yeah,
delivered.
and you end up seeing the aftermath when they're all tied up on the rail and they all have kiss makeup on. And dude, some of the lines they said were so funny. I won't say them on here, but they were so funny to me, dude. And so then after those Guidos get beat up, they're driving back down the road and they end up seeing what Stella or Natasha
just
Lyonne
Stella.
walking,
Yeah.
and they decide to pick her up.
But one of the
And,
best lines of that, Jesse, he just like, it just seems kind of out of place. Like a lonely girl walking down the road. Like, this is how scary movies start. And then trips me around. He's like, "Hey man, but
Porno
this
movie
is how
star.
porn movies start too."
Like, Trip, what a fucking moron, but you're not wrong.
You're not wrong, Trip.
No, yeah, it cuts to her in the back, just her big pouty red lips. She's putting on lip smacker, and they're all just like checking her out
Yeah.
hard.
Oh yeah.
And I like that Trip threw the piece of pizza out the window, but Hawk essentially paid for it, like by getting his head like rubbed in it. But I like about that though is like I think Hawk knew that it was just best. Let's just do this. Put my face in the pizza. We can hit the road
For
and
sure.
get back out of
He's
here.
on a mission.
But yeah, he's on a mission. So they end up picking up Natasha Lyonne, and they're all kind of hitting on her, but they're also getting into it.
Yeah.
And they're all smoking weed in there.
Whatever they're giving it to her, like she's giving it right back. I love it. She's
Right.
hanging in there with them. And then Trip even says, like, "So you gonna suck our dicks or what?" And she's like, "What?" She's like, "What a fucking tease, man."
Jam's just like, he's like, "Dude, that's so fucking rude." He's like, "Quit being a wuss, man. She's just being a tease."
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole back and forth, like they just keep going back and forth at each other, talking about how Disco's dead, and then she even makes a reference saying like, "You know what, Disco's so fucking big right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Kiss did a disco song," and like
Which they did.
they'll just start laughing. Exactly, which that's going to bring me to my one of my fun facts is that they actually did release a so-called disco song called
did.
"I Was Made for Lovin'" in 1979.
Which I dig that song. I think that song's awesome.
All right, I've never heard. I don't think I've heard it. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's good, but it is funny. Like, what? Kiss is gonna release a disco album? Like, come on, like, no way. Yeah, I mean, this movie is so funny, and even limited knowledge I have of Kiss, like, okay, yeah, but it's like they did do that. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like I think any of us that grew up with that 70s show have at least some knowledge of Kiss. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That's true.
And they end up after they pick up old girl, them like rolling into the city, finally making it to Detroit, and this is a pretty cool scene.
Yeah, this is
where
cool.
they first. Yeah, I mean it's just showing a lot of like skyscrapers and.
Back when Detroit
Totally
was
get the
kind of like
town.
a live city.
Yeah.
It's
Before it was today's Detroit.
yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
you see like a
this-
GM building, that the heart of fucking automotive, and
GM plant, like this opening scene reminded me a lot of, or when they first roll into Detroit for the concert, reminds me a lot of Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
First get to the city, and it's just real quick flashes of all the skyscrapers and buildings. It's like, yeah, Detroit's popping. They finally made it. They're rolling in, and it's more or less smooth sailing from here, except
They go to the radio
obvious-
station to get their
man,
tickets.
okay, this scene, and again, it just hypes up the frustration. Like, I love Trip, like, I feel you, bro, you're a good soul, but why are you so fucking stupid? They get to the radio station, they go meet the DJ, and the DJ is even in like a, okay, hurry up, my time is limited because I got to get over to the concert. You know, the DJ is getting ready to pack up and go. They get up to the, they do this quick elevator scene where the boys are all hyped up. They get up to the top floor of the radio station. They meet the DJ. Yo, man, we're here for our tickets. Yeah, hold on. And they replay the phone call. They got that old track fucking film reel, whatever player, whatever that is. Replay the phone call where Trip wins the tickets. Hey, man, like, yeah, you're the 106th caller. Congratulations. You get VIP passes to the Kiss concert. And, you're whatever, you get tickets to tonight's concert. Congratulations. Oh, yeah, man, that's awesome. Let's go. You hear Trip in the background. You hear him talking. And he hangs up the phone. DJ even recites in the recording, what kind of fucking moron hangs up on Kiss tickets? Didn't give them any of the information. This is kind of the big letdown, like the big hump of the movie where it's like, okay, here's your biggest problem. Did win the tickets, hung up before the DJ, the radio station, could get the information. And he even says, sorry, bro, we had to give those VIP passes to the next caller because you did not give us your information.
And one thing I want to say about this is like the double scene, because whenever we first see them riding up that elevator, they're all hyped and jazzed, and then it cuts to them riding down, and they're just like statues. And then you see Hawk out of nowhere just fucking scream out of frustration, just start choking, Trip,
strangling
like
it.
He's
like, you fucking idiot.
It's his breaking
Tell
point.
me you would not do the
Twice
same
we've had
thing.
our tickets stolen from us. Like he just cannot fathom what had just happened. So
yeah, this honestly, is the breaking point for the group.
It's the only time you really see Hawk like lose it. Really, he's pretty calm for the whole rest of the movie, but.
I love that, like, honestly, because I don't think concerts do it nowadays. Like, even just when they pulled in and like as they're leaving the radio station, you see all these Kiss fans, like they're either in face paint, they're dressed up as the actual band members, and I feel like it's not like that anymore. And like that part was just so fucking cool, just seeing the streets completely crowded, all heading to this venue to have an amazing night. And then out of nowhere, on the right hand side, we just see Matt Talk, and we see some mothers on the bullhorn. It's Mothers Against, what is it, the Kiss?
Mothers Against the Kiss music.
Oh God, hold on, it's right here.
Something like that.
Mothers Against the Music of Kiss. Matt Mock.
And what does even the mom say in earlier in the film? She's like, you know what Kiss stands for? Knights
in Satan's service.
Satan. Yeah, kids in
Knights in service of Satan. Yeah, and it's like, and again, Kiss. All of this was before our time, but even in our time, I still remember parents being pissed off about like I said, Pokemon cards. There's always been that group of angry moms, and even Jesse. Do you remember in film school? The MPAA, realistically, the Movie Motion Picture Association of America, realistically, it's just a bunch of angry moms and like one priest, and they're there to rate a film, like give it from a G to an R rating. If it hits NC-17 for any reason, your film is not going to be shown. And so like when this group of angry moms shows up to like boycott Kiss music, it's like, oh yeah, like this has always been a thing.
Yeah.
Like they've
Yeah.
always been mad. You know
These
what I mean?
these groups bother me so much because instead of out here yelling and screaming what other parents should do, how about you be home and watch your kids so they're not doing what you don't want them to do? Like
hmm
Exactly.
fucking
That's on
And
you.
I'm
That's
gonna.
on you.
yeah.
Oh,
the
go ahead, Jesse.
the MMA or MAPP or whatever the
MPA.
motion. Yeah, uh, I can understand wanting to know, like, as a parent, as a person who watches movies, I'd like to know what's in the movie before I get there if it's appropriate for my kid. But I don't think that if it's in their mind, they're like, okay, NC-17, it should just all be R. And so any theater will have it no matter what. You don't get to just take it out of the theater, but it lets
Yeah.
everybody know, okay, this is what's in the movie. Do I want to see, a slasher film where something happens? I can understand wanting to know what's in the movie before I go see it. But
Sure.
making it so that you can't show
Nobody
the
can
movie in
see
the
it.
theater because you don't like what's in it always has pissed me
No.
off too.
I mean,
Well, and like even the fact that they even have it right, like you said, there's descriptions of what's actually in it. There's a parent section for every single movie that
Mhm.
comes out saying
yeah.
that. And like, no, I've seen movies that were fucking R-rated, horrible movies, and there was a child next to me. Like, parents just do shit, man. It's just how it
Mhm.
is. But
Look,
yeah, I
like
that makes sense to me at all.
I well, and I kind of did a little bit of homework. Like, Kiss really that like did they piss that many people off back in the day? And I kind of went down a rabbit hole for this movie, and
What?
yeah, they did. You know, a bunch of dudes singing about sex. Um, showing up with provocative clothing, wearing a bunch of face paint, like black lipstick. Like, yeah, I mean, and like you said, you know, sorry, YouTube, if you're going to censor this, but like they mentioned the word fag in this movie, and they kind of, you know, call Kiss music, and it's like, wait a minute, was that really the response back in the day to Kiss? Sure enough, it was like, and I don't think any of us are really like Kiss fans. I wouldn't call. I don't know. I'm not. I mean, okay, I like their songs, okay, but as far as like being a fan, no, I can't really put myself in that realm of music. But for its time, did it get the reaction that they portray in this film? Absolutely, it did. That kind of struck me. I'm like, wow, like there were a bunch of angry moms pissed off at their kids going to watch a Kiss concert. Yeah, that really did happen. And I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
I can
well,
see it.
Yep. So this is where Hawk goes and sees a scalper.
And also Jam is walking by and he just stops. Like he knows that voice, he hears something, and him and his mom just lock eyes, and she stops, and she is
yep,
Fuck.
she's there.
fuming. And then
Dude, yeah.
she is so intense right here. I think she even like grabs him like and picks him up. Like she has
She
so much
does.
anger.
By the
Yeah.
scruff,
Little ass
man.
woman
Like,
just fucking grabbing him by the collar and lifting his ass up and dragging him straight to church, man.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know how you did it, but you are going to pay dearly, my son.
But I'd say even that cool little I love how you say it because as she's dragging him, we see again Beth, the girl that has a crush on him, randomly in a diner, and she's like, "Oh my god, it's him!" Like fate is right there, but she's even talking to the father, and she's just like, "You need to take him. He was going to go to the Kiss concert, and immediately he's just like, say no more. Let's go inside the
Yeah.
church."
Uh-huh.
Like it's ridiculous, but even she's like, cutting back to Beth, she's like, "Hey, I just want to go over there and talk to him real quick." And the mom is so against it, and dad's just like, "All right, yeah, go. We know where you're gonna be." And she's just like, She's like, I don't want to run around the roads. And she's like, she's going to a church. Like, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, I'm kind of on mom's side right here. Like, the streets are just packed with with craziness. So no,
Yeah,
I'll walk
I
you
agree.
over there and you can say what's up. But
You can,
Yeah.
he can come over here.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're being a
I'm
little
not
too
gonna lie.
calm, Dad.
Yeah.
Apologize to all the parents that have daughters. This is why I'm really happy I have boys and not girls.
Yep.
Got lucky there. But yeah, Jesse, this brings us to the part and like, dude, this fucking scalper, again, small character, but really stood out to me. He
Big
Memorable.
time.
Shaky Pete.
Very
amazing.
memorable.
And he knows how to sell, doesn't he, dude?
He
Yeah.
does too, dude. And he's like, this is how it was a $75 or whatever for the ticket.
yeah,
And then he's like,
75
well, I ain't got
ticket.
that kind of money. And he's like, well, you can go dance, man. And like points over there to like a male strip club. And Hawk is like, I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. And then he ends up splitting off from him, and he ends up going in there eventually. And this whole scene here, I think Trip's adventure is probably my favorite, but this is probably my second favorite. This one is so funny to
Yeah.
me.
The
I agree. I
the
love
old-
how he even grabs a ticket and puts it up against his nose. He's like,
Yes,
second
man.
road center, baby. Go shake your wee wee.
go. And then we see that kind of like predator MILF right here. And
Oh, the cougar.
Yeah.
Mm.
Gene Simmons' wife, by the way.
is it?
Is it?
Yeah,
It is, yeah.
It is Gene Simmons' actual wife.
Hell
Lucky
yeah.
fucking man.
I
Damn.
love that she buys him a drink.
babe.
It's like a scotch or a whiskey or something.
It's
drinks it.
Bourbon.
It's bourbon on the
Oh,
rock.
I feel him right here. He spits it out and he goes, I think it's gone bad.
Exactly.
What?
But also,
Man.
I love how he promises him the scalper. He's just like, I'm not going to send it to anyone else. And he's just like, and then Trip walks up after him and he's just like, hey, man, you looking for seats? He's like, yeah, no, I'm good. He's like, all right, get the fuck out of here, you fucking reefer. But yeah, when Hawk walks up to that bar and shows him the ID, and you just got this cracked out dude like this in the photo, and they're just like, all right, go ahead and go.
All right, go ahead.
Let me ask you, did any of you guys ever have a fake ID growing up?
Never needed
No.
one.
Yeah, small town. You didn't really need one. You always knew someone's brother. Or...
I don't think I did, but I
did.
knew more women with fake IDs, like girls my age with fake IDs than I knew guys.
Same. And like, yeah, in our town, like I didn't, no problem. Like I had a young face, yeah, but I still was able to get some. But when I visited a friend, I think I was 19. I went to visit her at college, and she grabbed a fake ID for me. We went to the bar, like they got in no problem. I was denied at the door just because, again, I had a baby face back then.
shit.
So I was just like, y'all have fun. Like I think I went somewhere else, and there was just an arcade, and I chilled out there for a little bit, and they hit me up when they were done. But I was just like, I'm not gonna ruin your guys' night. Go fucking have some drinks. I'm gonna go chill out. But the guy took the ID. I'm just like, whatever, man. I didn't even pay for it. I just went off it somewhere else.
Yeah. So Hawk's in there in the bar, right? And he's like trying to get pumped up to go on stage. Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it kind of
Yeah,
cuts to
dude, he's walking through.
well, right now it kind of cuts back
Oh.
to Trips. He's going to the convenience store, I think.
Yeah. This shit's so funny, dude.
Dude. Okay,
Well,
so before
I gotta
before
say,
we
when
get
he's
too ahead of
walking through-
ourselves, first arrive in the city, and they clearly at this point do not have tickets to the concert. They kind of meet up in the middle, and they said they basically you got an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Next hour and a half,
Every man
it's
for
every
himself.
man for himself, and that's when they split off to go do their own thing to try and find tickets. And man, the individual stories that take place, you're brilliant at this stage. I mean, we see Hawk at the strip club. Trip is at the gas station, and this is probably one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie.
The gas station.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
he has
Yeah.
the bright idea to steal the tickets from some little kid, and the first thing he sees is two little kids out front, and he's just like, "Give me your Kiss tickets!" Like, Kiss sucks, and he fucking steals their Stretch Armstrong.
And what does he do? He steals the only thing they have. He just robs them. Trip just straight up takes their Stretch Armstrong. And like he's so proud of himself for those 5 seconds before he walks into the convenience store. He is just sitting there holding this Stretch Armstrong, being like, yeah, I'm the fucking man. Like, I totally, like, I've got something to show for this. This is mine now. I'm like,
Look,
why does that remind me of Jesse so much?
those kids wasted his time, so he got something out of it.
I gotta say,
Fine, I'm just saying.
if I see some young kids with a Stretch Armstrong today, I'm taking that motherfucker.
100%.
Hell yeah.
100%.
So, random question. Did you guys ever because I did this and I want to know, did you guys ever cut open your Stretch
100%,
Armstrong to see
dude.
what was inside?
Sadly, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember how fucking sticky that shit
Sticky.
was?
My God, you
I
couldn't get it
ruined
off.
my carpet. My parents were pissed.
I did mine in the
It got all over the
sandbox.
knife I cut it
so-
with, and it got all over my fucking carpet. What was that? Sorry, dude.
I did mine in the sandbox, so I was good. But it was like instant regret too.
Smart.
I was like, fuck. I also had there's
Yeah, he,
another thing. It's like a Stretch Armstrong, but you would like,
Vac man.
oh, dude, that motherfucker
yeah.
was dope, dude. You would like pump it up, right, and it would like get hard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that
Yep.
thing was so cool.
Pause.
I'm saying when you pump me up, I get hard.
Yo, buddy.
Man, I'm gonna have to
But
get one
this
of those.
brings me to like one of my favorite scenes. But yeah, he's looking around. He sees everyone. Obviously, he sees the hottie behind the register. This was it pigtailed blondie was chewing on bubble gum, and he's scanning the smart was it Smileys? Yeah, Smileys, and sees a little kid sitting there, and he comes up behind him. He's like, "Hey, or what?" He tilts the machine, and he's just like, "Give me your kiss tickets," and obviously tries to flat out say like, "I'm gonna beat the shit out of you if you don't give it to me."
Chongo.
Unless I'm missing something
Nope,
here.
nope, you're right.
Nope.
Okay. And yeah, the kid acts all scared at first, and he's just like, you know what? My brother's holding these tickets. Let me get him for you. And all you hear is Chongo. And we see this big ass motherfucker in the tightest baby gap shirt I've ever seen in my life, just stomping toward. Well, he reminded me of Arnold Schwarzenegger, honestly.
Dude, I mean, look.
You can see it on Hawk's or Trip's face too.
Trip.
He's like,
oh fuck.
shit.
See this like living Hulk start stomping towards him. I'm like, no.
He does look like Lou Ferrigno, really.
Like, no. Trip is an idiot. He does not deserve this. Like, I'm sorry. Trip. Like, I'm trying. And again, the scene's going in slow-mo. Chongo's stomping towards him.
He like
and
cracks
I'm
his
sitting there
knuckles.
watching. And again, first time seeing this movie, I'm like, no. Trip. Run. Get out of there, bro. Like, this is not okay. But I know what's coming. You know, it's a 1970s, like you said, or well, like we said earlier, similar to Dazed and Confused. You know what's coming. Poor Trip is about to get his ass handed to him, and I just feel bad for the guy in this next scene. I feel so bad for him.
Fun fact about that about Chongo, he actually plays Nemesis in Resident Evil 2 Apocalypse. So he does a lot of like kind of smaller roles, but I thought that was really cool because I was looking him up. I'm like, I wonder if I've seen him in anything else because he's such a big fucking guy. And yeah, he played Nemesis in Resident Evil 2. But I love that. Yeah, he fucking sucker punches Trip in the stomach, drops him to his knees, and it brings him down. Because obviously the little brother is the ringleader with this. I mean, he's like, I gotta protect him, and he's just like, hey, you know what? I got an idea. We could use some extra scratch for some goodies and treats at the Kiss concert. Let's make him do something. And he's just like, you know what? You just got to straight up rob this store, get us some extra cash for that Kiss concert. And dude, that part right there, like this fucking guy. But this also cuts over to one of my other favorite scenes, Lex, which I mean, he kind of takes the more direct route, right? Like he's flat out
just trying to
sneaking
sneak in. Yeah,
backstage.
that's what I would have did.
Yeah,
exactly. It's like, you know what? Like instead of doing that, like let's just try to weasel our way in. I love how they did that scene too, because it's kind of smart because there's so much shit going on in the background anyways, that, I mean, nowadays it's not as easy, but back then you slip
Yeah.
underneath of a fence, you can kind of get in pretty easily.
Yeah.
And he makes it pretty far too.
That was me and Jesse at Lollapalooza in Chicago. We
Oh yeah.
man, we kicked. They had the fence held up by sandbags, and we were wearing work boots, blue jeans, and flannel shirts. So we just kicked the fence over, drunker than a skunk, because we're wandering down from one of the bars in downtown Chicago.
Allegedly,
And
if anyone's watching.
Yeah, allegedly.
yeah, allegedly, and everybody thought we worked there. Like, they just let us in. They're just like, "Oh, hey, get to work," and we're just like, "Yeah, totally." And we just walked on past like it was nothing because we looked like everybody else on the crew that was tearing down Lollapalooza.
That's
But
great.
The
yes,
point is, it works. Just dress
It
like a
works.
construction worker.
like throughout this entire scene, it again just takes me back. Like, yes, like he was wearing a flannel shirt, that red shirt, and he's sneaking away from the security guards. Like he crawls under the semi trailer or whatever, and they try to grab random dude. You know, he whips out his badge. He's like, "What the fuck, you fucking morons! Like, I work here," and they're all confused. But yeah, he just sneaks off into the crowd like it's nothing. And it's like, oh yeah, that totally tracks.
But he does get spotted by one of the security guards because he's kind of out of place, and which ensues the amazing
Drunk.
rat race around the facility. I mean, we aren't there yet, but it cuts to Jam. Unfortunately, in the church, his mom is berating him, takes his
Yep.
drumstick, says, "You're not gonna go down this path as a musician," and gets ushered out. But then it cuts again back over to Hawk, and he's about to get on stage.
Yeah. And
And this is probably one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie.
yeah, this is when he's
Man.
walking up to the stage and he's like kind of spinning and like the cameras. That's how I feel when I'm drunk. I'm just like,
Dude, I thought the same thing. It is so accurate to how
Yeah.
it feels to be hammered.
Yep.
especially when you're sitting down drinking
spins.
and then you
And then you
go
stand
to
up.
stand
Yeah,
up,
man.
you're just like, whoa.
It hits you all
Yeah.
at once too.
And did you guys see who the announcer was?
Fucking Ron Jeremy,
Yeah,
dude.
Ron, yeah.
I know that stash anywhere.
Hell yeah. He was really funny in this movie. He was like,
He
everything he
was.
was saying was kind of cracking me up.
I think, was he the one where like he's got the Kiss record? Like he wants him to play it for him to dance
Yeah, he like
to,
whips
and
it
he's
out.
like, and like he's like, yeah, maestro. And then he's up there, he's spinning, and then he throws up into that pitcher. But
Oh,
it's so
so
good. He
much.
like fills the pitcher, but afterwards he's kind of rocking, just going like,
uh,
that is so accurate. That's
So
me
accurate.
whenever, at the end of the night, and I'm just like, God, hold me, you know?
this is when you lay on the cold bathroom floor because it feels good.
Exactly.
For those of you who've never traveled Chicago, there is one thing true about the Red Line. You will see somebody get sick, and you yourself will get sick on the Red Line. And it always reminds me when me and Jesse were up there for college. There's this dude just puking his guts out side of the Red Line, and Jesse goes up to him and is like, "Hey, buddy, you okay?" And he's just sitting there patting him on his back, and the guy just looks up at Jesse. He's so mad, like his face is just so fucking mad, but he can't say anything, and he instantly just turns around and just starts spewing off the Red Line. And I'm like, yes, this scene where Edward Furlong is up there dancing his jig for like a whole 0.5 seconds, and he spews into the pitcher. I'm just like, oh, like, yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
okay. Just and that it's all so accurate.
Yep, and he loses the crowd completely in the beginning. And then it's like secondhand embarrassment. You're like, oh my God, this is terrible. And then he just starts taking his clothes off and he's like winging it. And like all the women are just like, okay. And they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like all
Confidence
old
is
women.
key.
Yeah.
I love when he takes down his pants and like the butt says "kiss this," whips it around his Gene Simmons face with the tongue out on his boxers.
Crotch.
And
They all liked
he's
it
trying to
too.
get his pants off, and he tries to get off his foot, and he just falls back first right into the fucking crowd, and everyone just goes silent. Cuts back to Lex. Lex has finally gotten away from the security guards. He's got a Kiss drum, was a bass drum. Walking through, everything seems fine. Fucking trips on some chords and explodes a breaker box and gets
Yep.
chased again. And I love it while he's running away. He slides down the escalator and he just falls into a whole entire huddle or a group of groupies, man.
Yep.
And it's like, all right, this is
Yeah.
a good place to die. Like, we're good here.
I will
Yeah.
say that if we ever did do, best hits in cinema top 10 list, like this movie might be
This-
in there because
It
there's
might
some,
be in there.
there's some pretty nice titties in this movie.
Yep. But this
They might be
so
in there for a whole 30 seconds, but yeah, that scene where he kind of falls into the what do you want to call it? The after party. You know,
The
it's
pre-party.
just all man,
All the groupies.
just all topless chicks. I mean, was this what it was like back in the 70s? Because if so,
Oh, yeah.
like,
That's totally there.
like find a time machine real quick and let's go back. Like, I feel like we missed out.
But this I say like this right here. Oh, go ahead, man.
I'll say
I was just gonna
I'll
move
be
ahead.
the biggest Kiss fan there ever was. If
Dude, you just know that at those concerts, like there was just titties everywhere.
I bet there's
as
many
far as the eye could
many
see.
people born today because of Kiss.
100%. Yep.
100%. Yep. That's the jam and the confessional booth. Beth sneaks in the confessional booth and pretty much confesses her undying love for him, and they smash, and they smash
yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
fucking hard in that
Wh-
confessional booth.
What I love about this movie, we're gonna get into it, but they all get a little piece, which is awesome.
Yeah,
They all get a little piece. Yep.
Yep. Teen romance.
Yeah,
You know,
just
it's a one and
kids.
done.
Yeah, and it couldn't have happened to. I think Jam deserves it out of everybody.
For sure.
He
For
deserves
sure.
a little piece. And
He also
so
kind
then,
of great gets that confidence back as well, man, from that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he stands up to his mom after this, and it might not have happened without that little piece, you know?
yeah,
Exactly. But I say like this also kind of cuts us back to Lex real quick. He does end up getting caught because he's climbing on the vents and that motherfucker falls. And again, this is after we see all the beautiful titties throughout the pre-party. And the security guards toss him into that big ass bundle of trash. And he's just like, God, can this get any worse? And these fucking guard dogs just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love this part because I'm sorry, this is the part where Lex is just like he realizes like, God, man, like because he's got these three guard dogs around him, just teeth snarling, freaking out. He hears this huge, deep, guttural growl, and he's just like, God, what the fuck is next? Is that Kong or
It's
is
a
it wolves?
basset hound.
Fucking basset hound with a frisbee just comes charging out, and all the other dogs. He drops at his feet, and you obviously, I don't care what anyone says, a dog can be raised how it is, but you bring out a toy, they turn into puppers again, and
Oh, yeah.
they see that frisbee, and they're just like, we're gonna go after that. And now he is their best friend.
Yep. He ends up throwing the
The
frisbee.
frisbee.
The dogs take off, and he sees kind of like a light and hears some noise through the wall, and takes a peek, and that's where he sees the Volvo and the Stella are tied up. So he knows something's up.
and that fella, I always forget his name. He was in that show Titus, and I think he
Yep.
was in Superbad, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that dude. Anytime I see that guy, I'm like, he always plays that right role.
He kind of takes over at the garage. He kind of confronts the guys. They're like, what the fuck are you going to do about it? He's got that pack of dogs with him now. The dogs chase those two guys into their office.
Into the office, and they have to lock themselves in, and basically he ends up rescuing Stella, the disco chick, and getting him a little piece, and they end up making out real quick. And is that when it cuts back to Lex when he's backstage?
Well, real quick, so this is Lex. Lex is rescuing Stella. And
You're
I
right.
love
You're
this
right.
because when they're in the shop and he's just like, they're like, "What the fuck you gonna do about these dogs, man?" And he's like, "You got a phone in
Call the
there?" They're like,
cops.
"Yeah." Call the cops. And this is obviously a chop shop. Like they're not gonna do that shit. We're in Detroit, Michigan, man. They're not gonna do that at all. It actually cuts back to the trip behind the Smileys, and this is where the kid and his big brother
Oh,
Chongo
yep.
are like, you know what? This isn't enough. This is enough at all. And Chongo fucking just gives him was a Superman punch literally, and he
Yeah.
goes flying back into the wall. So funny enough, he was actually, I mean, pretty obvious, but he was rigged up to a pole harness, and that wall was actually made out of rubber bricks. So he actually did that stunt himself, getting flown into the wall.
Oh, that's cool.
That
But
is cool.
it cracked me up because he's sitting there, he's lost everything, and he's got that Stretch Armstrong. He's like, "At least I got you, little buddy." And those fuckers come around the corner like, "Ah, take that shit too," and then toss the hostess at his head, and he's literally left with nothing, crying in an alley.
Yeah,
And
and then
what's
it cuts. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I think he says, "At least I still got you, Stretch."
Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
And this is where it cuts to Jam walking up to his mom. He's got that, I'm a new man energy, and just
Hell
tells her
yeah.
off. And she's like, "Oh, you're in trouble." And he like kind of interrupts her, like, "Trouble? I've been in
He's
trouble
like,
for the
I've been in
past
fucking
12
trouble.
hours." Yeah. Like, enough.
Yeah, he's
He
had
grabs
enough of
that
her bullshit.
he grabs that blowhorn, and like I love it too because he's he's tried multiple ways to kind of tell her, but it's the fact that he flat out had to do it in front of a shitload of people, telling her how bad of a mom she is. He's like, "Listen, you're not even listening to me half the time. You're just talking, trying to shape me into whatever,
Yeah.
and telling other people how fucked up their lives are when you're the one that's actually fucked up." And it's just like, I
You're,
mean, I think we all had good parents, but like, I mean, that must felt really good to
yeah.
actually get that out and just like let all
He
that
tells her, like, "You're
pent up
trying to
anger,
ship
man.
me off so you don't even have to deal with me
Deal
anymore.
with
Like,
me.
you're
Exactly.
Yeah.
you're a piece of shit."
Hmm.
Like
Um,
flat out saying, like, you know what, I'm never gonna fucking be around you again if this is how it's gonna keep continuing on.
she ends up. He says, "Now give me my fucking drumsticks." She gives them to him.
Yep.
One of them's broke, and he looks at it, and I love it. He's like, "Cute," like tosses it. Uh, but she kind of looks at the crowd, kind of embarrassed, and she's like, "They grow up so fast."
They grow up so fast. I love how she said that too.
She kind of has like a little bit of respect for him. It
Yeah.
seems like okay,
Mhm.
like
Yep.
I,
She kind of accepts him at that point.
yeah, like
Well, even I say even that part, Colby, you're saying that like he even ends it with, "Give me my
Please.
fucking drumstick, please." And she even just kind of
please.
goes, "Well, he did say please."
Yeah. I think it was
Dude,
her
so
moment
good.
of realizing that she can no longer control him. He's turning into his own man.
Yeah,
So she's now gonna probably mellow out eventually and be like, "Well, this is still my son." She'll probably come to her senses, I hope. At least
which
that's in my head canon.
which has got to
Right?
be rough because that's gonna happen to all of us. Where
All of those, yeah.
like eventually your kid is he ain't gonna listen to you anymore, or
My kid doesn't right now.
yeah.
Yeah, same. Jesse, don't get easier, man.
Yeah.
Then it cuts
Like I
back
said,
to Hawk. He tries to go get his ticket from the scalper. As he's selling it, the scalper just takes off. Hawk's like, "No!"
which I mean comes to like one of the coolest shots. It's like, you know what? Those four lines of mini stories are reconvening. Like they're all on the four different corners of the street looking at each other. And you can just still see the defeat on their faces. And they finally meet up and talk about how they didn't get the tickets. Um, and like he just comes up with a great idea. He's like, you know what? And this is again, Jam. He's just like, let's just beat the shit out of each other and tell them that they stole our tickets. It might work.
Yeah.
And Hawk's just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Just starts fucking
Like,
laying into him. And I love that
we've
because
tried everything else.
exactly. And I love it because like obviously there is no hate coming out of this. They are
Mhm.
fucking laughing their asses off. They're having a good old time beating the shit out of each other, spitting blood left and right. And it's just like it's just so much like, you know what, this can't get any worse. Like we're just gonna fucking go at each
Yeah.
other and
I
see what
I love
happens.
how quick it was because they didn't talk about it. They just decided this is
Yeah.
what we're gonna
Yeah,
do.
All right.
I love that they just went with it.
exactly. And they get to that front door, the ticket takers, and they're about to close up shop, and they're like, "Hold on," explain the story that they just got mugged, and this right here is Trip's redemption.
Yeah, I
I
love
feel
this
like
part.
all the shit that came through, and he's just like, "Hey, it's those assholes right there, number 13." And it's fucking Chongo and that kid that robbed him in the alley, stole his wallet and everything from it, and pull him out there. And I love that too, because all the other guys are just like, "What the fuck's going on?" Obviously, they didn't know what happened whatsoever. And he even pulls it out. He's just like, "Listen, man, they stole my wallet. They got this money in there. It's even got my Kiss Army ID, or yeah, Kiss Army ID." Pulls it out, and like I didn't even know they made those. Which, did anyone fact check? Did they make Kiss Army IDs back then?
I
I
believe it.
don't
It
know
seems
that.
like everything else has kind of been pretty accurate when it comes to
Yeah,
the Kiss. So I love
and
whenever, like you just said, like they all look at him like, whoa, what are you doing? And he kind of just gives them like I got this,
yeah,
I
like
got
I like it. I like that
Oh yeah,
Trip makes poor decisions fast. Like he's fast thinking, but with poor decisions. And this is the one time that it worked out for him, where
yeah,
he was like, well, I mean, it worked out for him in the convenience store too, but it's like almost dumb luck throughout the entire
yeah.
thing for him.
so they did make these. These were the official Kiss Army fan club ID cards, or badges, if you will. It had their name, username, date of birth, and when they became a member. So they had them in different states. So this was a real thing back in the
That's
day.
awesome. I want one.
Hell yeah. But
Uh,
even Chongo realizes, like, you know what,
fuck
he's
yeah,
fucking right, hands it back over. They get kicked out, and like you just see oh no, yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Like they flat out just see everything that they've been through, all the shit they've been through in the past 24 hours is finally done, and now they're going into the concert.
yep.
Mhm.
Like they cannot believe it. Like yes, they kind of stand there in disbelief, and then they take off running, and then it just shows Kiss live on stage, and they're
Which I
just
love how they did that.
yeah, they're just rocking
And during
out.
that, oh, go ahead, man. Sorry.
No, they're just jamming out, having the time of their lives. Just kind of wrapping up here. It would be kind of cool to see a Kiss concert, man.
Yeah, it would
I
be.
go. Especially that song playing the Detroit Rock City and fucking Detroit, man. And I love the part as well, like, obviously, and again, full circle even for Jam. His mom busted his drumstick, and is it Paul? Paul's the drummer, right?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Uh, no, Eric Singer. Sorry, yeah. So Eric Singer, he's doing his drum solo, and then just I don't know, leans up and just whips out or throws his drumstick into the air, and
Yeah,
and just a crowd of people. Jam jumps up, grabs it, and now his I should say both the drumsticks are complete, and like I love it because one of his sticks says mystery, and the other one says kiss. Now he's got both of his bands right there in his hand.
That's cool.
yeah, and this movie is like an alternate universe version of Fanboys.
Yes.
I mean, granted, Jam's in both movies, but
Mhm.
it's just awesome. Like, it's just the road movie adventure, and and I think that like in some movies, Jam catching that drumstick would be cheesy, but it just fits so well with the movie. Like, it's so awesome when he does that. I love it.
Hell yeah.
So
And you think
awesome.
about it, it kinda is like Fanboys. They're trying to go see something or on a road to
Hmm.
see something amazing.
On a
But
road
even the
trip
part
adventure,
Hmm.
exactly, we need to talk about Fanboys eventually, boys.
it'll be a
But
pick.
okay. But even the part, like I love the scene they shot, like Gene obviously is famous for his tongue.
Yeah,
And they even talked about it throughout the film. They're like, is it true? Like it's what did they say? It's a goat's tongue or something like that? And they're
He
like,
was
no, I
like,
think he just had the under part of his tongue removed.
yeah,
But, even in the scene, like, they show the mouth open up and the tongue is just flapping as it's looking out into the crowd. I thought that little part was so freaking cool, man.
hmm,
but yeah, kind of wraps it up right there. Uh, we kind of said what we think there in the beginning, but yeah, I love this movie. You guys think you'd watch it again?
oh, absolutely.
Until I die, man.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a throw this movie on.
Yeah,
Uh, just like a Sunday, got nothing going on, throw it on and make some food. Like it's so funny. It's easy to watch. I love it. I like all the characters, and Giuseppe Andrews and DeBello. What's his name? Trip. They were both in
Trip.
Cabin Fever together, so that was one of my favorite
Oh,
movies
they
as a kid.
were.
Hmm.
So I think it's awesome that they're in that. But yeah,
Yeah,
I would
Yeah,
definitely watch it again easily.
I'm totally gonna just like my mom did to me, I'm gonna have my boys watch this as well, just because I feel like we got to keep the generational thing going.
yeah,
Like this is a cult classic, and it's gonna keep gonna be, or it's gonna continue to be a cult classic, especially in this
Yeah.
house.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I mean, are you guys throw out a an average score?
yeah. We'll score it.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I'll go first. Again, this is like a feel good movie to me. It's awesome. There's not
Hmm.
a lot of down in it. Like Jesse said, a Sunday movie, you can throw it on and you don't have to watch it. You can be like cleaning your house or something and just have this on and still have a great time with it
Mhm.
on the in the background. So for
Agreed.
that, I'm gonna go 8.5.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
I'm gonna give it a 7.8.
I'm with Colby. I'm giving it an 8.5 as well.
Mhm.
All right. And, it's a solid. We'll round out 8.1. So
Yeah,
that that's right under the gentleman, right above Looper.
I agree with that score. I mean, this movie, and maybe it is just a generational thing. We were kind of the last generation to kind of experience this. I'm not gonna say this exact scenario, but like I'm close. I mean, we can at least relate to this point in time and what it was like to have to all over town for stupid shit. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I would love to see from some younger viewers like what they think of the film. Um, but an average 8.1, I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah,
Mhm.
same.
I'd love to honestly see whoever is watching this. If you were or still are a Kiss fan, like share your experiences, man. Like, were you a diehard Kiss fan? Were you
Ah,
like us and had your parents introduce you, or did you even get to make it to a Kiss concert? We'd love to hear the
Hmm.
story about that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
hell yeah. Blaine, you got some fun facts or?
Oh, you know I do.
Hey,
All right. So Kiss reenacted a 1970s era concert with over 3,000 fans for this movie alone. So that end scene there, they had 3,000 fans come in and help make the end concert for it. And this film was the first film to be released on DVD before VHS, which I thought that was
Damn.
really interesting, right?
Wow, that's wild to
Um,
me.
so this is kind of out of left field, but Gene Simmons personally handpicked Natasha Lyonne to play Christine. Don't know any background on that, but he handpicked her. And
Okay.
even most of the, or I should say, yeah, most of the memorabilia used in this film is actually from Gene Simmons' personal collection.
oh,
That's pretty
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Right? So we talked about this. The film takes place in 1978, and Kiss's Alive 2 tour hit Detroit on January 21st and 23rd of that year to kind of fit it all together. So you guys were talking about this. So in a deleted scene, Hawk actually tells Amanda that he never knew his mother because she died while giving birth to him. And this kind of explains why he yells at Trip and Lex for making fun of each other's mothers in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. On the highway. No, already talked about that. So, okay, here. Each member of the band Mystery mirrors a member of Kiss. They even get together with girls appropriate to their counterparts. So, Hawk is Paul Stanley and gets the supermodel. Jam is Peter Kreis and gets Beth, named after his solo song. Trip is like Ace Frehley and gets the Spacey girl. And Lex is like Gene Simmons and gets Christine, named after one of his trademark songs. And end it off, the words fuck, fucking, or fucker are said 83 times throughout the film.
Wow, hell yeah.
Nice.
Did you read anything about this movie actually being like 3 hours long or something?
Yes, so the unaltered movie itself is 3 hours long. All the
That
deleted
is
scenes, everything.
Wow.
nuts.
Let me
Because
see
Yeah.
that one.
right now it's perfectly digestible. Like it's as long as
Yes.
it needs to be in my
Yeah.
brain. And I'm like, I'm wondering what the 3 hour
Yeah.
version
It's
will even
only an
be.
hour and a half right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of want to see like all the deleted scenes thrown into it, like an
Yeah.
extended director's cut. Like I'd watch it just to see exactly what we
Exactly.
missed out on, if it made it any
Mhm.
better.
Yeah.
All right, so budget breakdown. So the budget was estimated between 15 and 17 million dollars. I mean, obviously we're dealing with Kiss and whatnot, but this flopped. So the total worldwide gross was 5.8 million. It only
Shame.
made $2,005,512 on opening weekend.
Damn.
Uh, but overall, this did become a cult classic. And kind of like what Chopin was talking about and y'all were talking about as well. There were some that outshined this during release in 1999. So that year, we did have some big hitters come to the theaters. We had The Sixth Sense, which was the number one viewed movie in 1999. We also had The Blair Witch Project, Runaway Bride, Deep Blue Sea, which is one of my favorites.
A good
We
one.
also had Bowfinger and, like Shope mentioned, American Pie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
them some hitters.
1999 is almost undisputed as like the greatest movie year for like
Yeah.
releases. Like it had like Seven and Fight Club 2 and like just tons of
Mhm.
incredible movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember you had me look it up on stream one day, and I was just like, "Oh my god, dude! There is so
Hmm
many bangers that year."
Yeah, it is nuts.
But that's what I got for budget breakdown and fun facts.
Hell yeah! Well,
Nice.
that'll wrap it up. I'm glad you guys liked it. You know, I always get nervous picking the movie. I want you guys to enjoy it as much as I enjoy it. It seems like you did. Brian, it's kind of cool that you haven't seen it before and kind of got to pop your cherry there for the Detroit Rock City.
It was great, man.
Hell
It was
yeah.
so good.
That's awesome. So that'll do it for us, man. Give us a like, comment down what you want to see. You know, any suggestions? What do you think about the movie? And like they said, have you ever been to a Kiss concert? Let us know what it was like.
Hmm
The more I watch this, the more I'm kind of interested in Kiss, man.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, appreciate it, man. See you guys.
Till next time.
Until next time.